I am alive and it's good to be alive. Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning into my channel again, and today I want to talk about some of the weapon passes that we are soon to receive in Warframe. Most notably, I'm going to talk about the TONKOR changes because that is probably going to be the most controversial changes that we've gotten so far. So basically the TONKOR is in fact getting a nerf. I know some of you are going to be reasonably upset by this, and some of you are going to be like, oh, thank God, it's about time. This one can really go either way for you. I don't hate the TONKOR. I don't use it like hardly at all ever, simply because I don't like it as a weapon. It has nothing to do with performance, or if it's good. It's just I don't have fun using it, and I've killed myself. My God. I just don't have a particularly large amount of fun using it, and I don't know, it was kind of off-putting to me that it's just such an OP, godly, monster-killing weapon. I don't know, that's really off-putting for me because I feel like it's not like, oh, I've modded my TONKOR to be really cool. I almost feel bad. I feel like I'm cheating when I use it, because I've been in situations where I'll be doing something really hard, even for people of my level, and I'm like, wow, how did they deal more damage than me? Or how did they deal so much damage or one-shot that really difficult boss? And then I look and I see that they have the TONKOR, and I don't know, it just seems a bit cheesy to me, in the sense that it's a really cheap weapon to use. But that being said, it really didn't bother me when other people used it, unless I was doing like some kind of special event. Like I remember in Operation Shadow Debt when I'd be fighting the Acolytes. It was really exciting to me, but then some people would just like one-shot the Acolyte, and I'm like, really? It's a bit much. It didn't necessarily ruin the fun for me, but it's like, wow, like why do we have a weapon in this game that does that much damage? Because I get excited about some of the new events. It's like, oh cool, a new challenge, you know, for someone like me who normally can do missions and it's just like too easy. Finally have a challenge. But then someone brings a TONKOR and it's just, they don't even have to try. They just get more kills than you, they deal more damage than you, and there's just absolutely nothing you can practically do about it unless you're also using a TONKOR. I'm really glad it's getting nerfed, because I think it's one of those instances kind of similar to the Synoid Gamma Core. For those of you who remember way back several months ago, I think that was even last year or longer, might have been 2 years ago, that the Synoid Gamma Core got a nerf because it was the only thing people would try to get or use because it was all they needed. So some players, like my brother, great Warframe player, but he's the kind of person that when he finds something that works, he sticks with it. Like, he's not a very high mastery rank because he has like Rhino, the regular Galatine. We didn't have the Prime one out then. He had like Rhino, regular Galatine, you know, like Synoid Gamma Core, and he didn't have a whole lot of incentive to get new things because he just like, this works. It kills anything I need it to. I'm not gonna, you know, try to get new weapons, really. I'm not going to try new stuff. And I think that's what they're trying to discourage. Another reason I'm not too upset about the TONKOR nerf is because while yes, the TONKOR is getting nerfed, we are getting a lot of weapons buffed, which is really fun, because I might be alone here. And again, a lot of this video, you guys, is my personal opinion. I'm not saying if you use the TONKOR, you're a tool or anything, or this video isn't demonizing TONKOR users. There's nothing wrong with it. The weapon kicked ass and you used it. That just makes sense. I get it. But lately for me, what's been more fun is taking weapons that I've overlooked earlier on in the game. Now that I have a lot of very strong mods, and especially Rivens. I've gotten some Rivens for weapons that I wanted to be good, but I tried them and I was like, oh, this was very disappointing. Like the Panthera is getting a buff. I have this amazing Panthera Riven mod. I'll probably make a video on it, but I'm going to do it after the Panthera gets its buff because I feel like it'll be extra fun to make the video. But it's got multi-shot and increased damage, so it shoots out like a ton of saw blades that bounce around everywhere. It just looks really cool and it's fun to use. Still not quite endgame viable. I consider endgame to be like enemies level 100 or higher. It's not that good. I don't know that it ever will be, to be honest, but I also got an Opticore Riven, so I'm trying to make that work. For me, lately, it's been more fun with Riven mods trying to make weapons that haven't been good useful again, and that's been more fun to me. Taking weapons that are cool ideas and trying to make them good and find uses for them. So using a weapon that's just, I don't know, already OP and stuff, like, it's just not fun for me. It's too guaranteed. So all of these weapon buffs we're getting along with this nerf, I hope helps lighten the blow for some people. I know a lot of players that really like to use the Tonkor for just about every mission, and it does suck. Like, I get it. Like, one of your favorite weapons is getting nerfed. But to be fair, the nerf, exactly what it is it's getting a slight decrease in its critical chance, and it can actually self-damage you. Again, I understand why people are upset about that. The reason I think it's okay and justified is because, much like this Ogress I'm using right now, it has self-damage, and I don't really find that unreasonable because it's an explosive weapon. It's a freaking rocket launcher. Like, pretty much every video game I've ever played, explosive weapons, that's kind of the trade-off. They deal a lot of damage, but you have to be careful. A pretty valid argument for that, though, that players are voicing their opinion on, is that, well, Warframe's very close quarters and tight hallways and stuff like that. And I do get that, but at the same time, it's like, if you don't think it's the right weapon for the job, then don't bring one. And I know that sounds really mean, but asking them to completely rework an environment and how the tile sets play just so that you can safely use rocket launchers and never have to worry about blowing yourself up, or asking them to just completely remove explosion damage to yourself seems, I don't know. I know that's what some people want to happen, but I think that's a little unnecessary, and I don't think that's a step in the right direction. I mean, this Ogress, I have a Riven mod on it for multi-shot and heat damage, and on top of that, I have the Nightwatch Napalm mod. And my god, if I could just shoot this thing at my feet, I honestly would, but that would be really lame. It's almost more fun to use, in my opinion, since it's a risky weapon. Like, I actually have to be strategic with it. It makes it more fun to use for me because people are like, oh wow, that's stupid strong, and it's like, yeah, but I have to be really careful with it. So, to be fair, the Tonkor's raw damage is not receiving a nerf. It's gonna have slight less critical chance, and you can hurt yourself with it. You just have to be careful. You can't just, freaking eat your grenades or stand on them anymore. And part of the reasoning for it also was, the fact that it makes you jump was kind of cool, but they're like, well, ever since, Parkour 2.0, there's not really a need for it anymore. It's kind of unnecessary. And I do kind of agree with that. So, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I think would be really cool. Obviously, please keep the discussion civil, because I'm not really picking a side here. The main reason I'm excited for all these weapon changes is because they're buffing a lot of weapons that I was disappointed in, and I honestly can't wait to try them out. I think it's going to make Rivens for those weapons extra exciting. Yeah, I don't care too much for this gun, so I'm not very upset about the nerf. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I will see you in the next one.